I'm going for a drive out to the Noosa hinterland, which is about 40 minutes drive from here, from the coast, and I want to take some photos of my classic pickup and grab some videos for YouTube and for Instagram. So I thought I'd share some tips with you for photographing and videoing your classic truck while I'm on my drive there. I've posted shorts here on YouTube and also some reels on Instagram that have got quite a few views. So in this video, I'm going to show you a few tips for what I did to get those videos posted and also how to capture great shots of your classic truck and car. Okay, let's go for a drive. So when you're getting started doing your videos, just use your iPhone. It's really simple to use, and you can also get a gimbal like I'm using here if you want to walk around while you're taking your videos. It just helps to hold everything still. So have a look at the last video that I did on setting up this little magnet inside the cab to capture my videos. You'll be able to see the gimbal that I use, and also I'll put a link to that in the comments so you can find that video. Just a few extra tips I wanted to share with you while I'm driving along. I'm going to put my window up to reduce the outside noise. Classic trucks and cars really deserve a beautiful backdrop when you're taking photos. So choose, a really nice scenic location. Maybe not in a busy car park or up against just a plain wall. Like, choose a location that actually suits the backdrop of your classic car or truck. And find a location that the background's not going to take center stage. So it might be a really nice scenic background, but you want your truck or your car to be the main front, the main part of the videos and the photos. So choose a really nice background, but you want your classic to be center stage as you're filming and videoing. Find a location that suits the feel of your truck. If it's in, for me, I love doing photos at the beach because the green of Sunshine Chevy really suits the nice backdrop of the ocean, and then we live on the coast as well. But also I love to get out to country locations that suits a rusty old pickup truck in the backdrop. So that's where I'm going to look for a few locations around that today. Really nice old weathered buildings and sheds and fences, and for us, gum trees look amazing to take the video and photograph under. And let your truck do the talking though. Simple backgrounds are great, but in a distance, but we want the feature to be your classic. Sorry, I better keep driving, to be your classic and your car. And use your phone, as I've said earlier. It's really simple to take those photos. And the last tip I have for you is get out in front of the camera. People want to see who's restoring and driving these old classics. I definitely do. We want to get to know the driver and the owner of these trucks. I'm a 57-year-old woman living in Australia, driving a Chevy pickup truck, and if I can do this, anybody can. So get out in the front, be on camera sometimes, but still show your classic and share your journey. That's what we want to all know about. This is a great spot here to get a few photos and videos. So I'm just going to pull over along the side of the road here, and let's see if this is a good spot to share the backdrop with you and capture some photos. So I found a really perfect location to get some photos and videos and share those with you. There's some amazing gum trees here. There's some nice little mountains in the background, and it's in the shade, so that's great to get the right lighting to capture the truck. So let's get started and I'll share a few ideas with you. A great way to video your truck or car is to get lower than eye level. So you're down with the side of the car and the truck, and if you walk slowly along you really capture it, so you're at the same level rather than coming in from above. You can get some really good angles here. So you can see I'm walking around the side of the truck now, picking up all her features down nice and low, and then slowly walking towards the front. I'm getting the badges, and then I walk around and I'm going to end with that grille. So I'm at the level of the truck and her long line. That's actually a really nice shot from there. I might take a photo. So I'm just going to show you now how to get a photo of your truck, and it's better to get an angle coming up than straight on. So a trick that I've learnt with this is to turn your phone upside down. So flip it upside down, you've got the cameras at the bottom, and then all you need to do is angle it, position it, and you get a really nice photo coming up, and you can get all the features of the truck or the car. Looks great, that one, especially along the back tailgate. When you're finding your location, you want to make sure you don't have really bright light around you. So normally early in the morning or late afternoon or a cloudy day is best for capturing really good colour in your photos. You can see on this side we've got lots of dappled light that's coming through the trees. It's a little bit of sun, part shade. It's not great for filming. So then if I come over here to this side of the truck, you'll see it's in full shade here, and when I get up nice and close you can see the chrome, you can see all the colours, and it works. It's a little noisy road. It works a lot better having the shade there. A little bit of sun's okay, it's going to blend in nicely with the patina, but if you can get a shady spot, that's going to really bring out the colours. Or early morning, late afternoon light is really nice and soft for photography. When you're capturing videos of your classic, especially these long bed old trucks, they're a long way when you're walking around them. I know I'm filming actually now in landscape, but normally when you're filming for a reel you'd have your phone in portrait and you're able to really get a good angle. But I'm going to show you this in landscape now. With old classics you want to go nice and slow, really focus your intention on the features of your truck and nice slow moves when you're walking. I know you can do this with your edit, so if you do walk around you can slow down through your editing when you're getting your video done, but really nice moves, focusing on the features. That's what people want to see. If you capture these amazing features of these trucks, so I can pan up and go into the back in the bed on the timber there, and I can come up and look in the back window. I could come along the side here and get a video in the rear view mirror. So all these really slow moves, you focus on the features. Now if you film this all in one go, then you can edit it and break it up into small little videos. So you could walk around, remember for Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts have your camera on portrait. For these long videos we have our camera on landscape, but that's even a great shot there, the front of the Chevy. I can't see the Chevy badge so much because there is a little bit of light coming through, and if I get nice and close, which does look great, I can see a reflection of myself, which I actually don't want to see myself in the reflection of the badge. So I would probably come at the badge from a different angle. I would definitely come from the side and do the grill. So you can't see me, you can just see the reflection of the sky and the trees in there. Remember to get your lights. I love the double lights on the Chevy trucks with a little bit of rust. The Chevrolet letters that I painted myself by hand, they're great to capture. And then you can come back around, get more of the badges. Make sure you get these features because they're unique to your classic car and truck, and that's what people want to see. So nice slow moves, either up high, so you can see I'm filming along the edge here, or if I want to come nice and low, you can turn your camera upside down for this one and get that really nice view of the Chevy Apache fleet side long bed, which we really love the fleet sides. And there's her badge. That would actually be a great photo. I'll turn this onto camera soon and I think I'll capture that with the trees in the background. Over here, some nice gum trees and that classic fleet side badge. One of the great things about having patina finish is it loves the shadows. So if you do have a little bit of light coming through, or you can see there's a bit of reflection, I think it highlights it and works really well with a patina. So wherever you're parking, make sure that you can see your patina on your truck or your car and really get a focus of that as you're walking along and filming. Some of the great videos for Instagram and for YouTube that I've taken that have a lot of views is just walking around the truck, and so getting the patina and all the other features works really well when you're trying to capture your classic. Remember to capture all these really amazing features that are unique to your classic truck or car. And one of my Instagram reels had almost 15,000 views. I really don't know why this particular reel got so much attention, and all I did was I walked up and actually I started, sorry, I'm going to show you, I started with the tailgate latch off, and in the video I walked up, and let's see if I do this right with one hand. I put the latch on and I actually put the hook over and then I stood back. So that got a lot of videos, but in the comments someone reminded me I put the latch on the wrong way. So when you're latching the back of these trucks, they actually go up and over and sit flat like that. That stops them from bouncing off when you're driving along. So remember to get all the details of your classic truck. You know, you could work on the letters on the back that are unique. You know, Sunshine has lots of little unique marks there, so I can capture videos and photos of that. But also remember, while you're doing your photos and your videos, is to also get the interior. People want to see what it is like on the inside of your truck. I love showing the interior of Sunshine because it's all nice and fresh. So when you're coming along, you could walk along the side as I have, open up the door and capture the interior. I did this on an Instagram reel, and again, it got a few thousand views. I put some good music in the background, and it was just a video of me walking up and opening the door and about to get into Sunshine Chevy. So you can show all the features, your steering wheel, the upholstery, the dash, any really great features you have, my key rings, and make sure you include those in your photos and videos because it makes it very unique and personal to your classic. Another tip when you're capturing videos and you're filming your classic truck is remember to take a story, include the story of your truck. I've shared the history of my journey with Sunshine Chevy in Australia, and people have commented that they really like hearing that history. So one of the stories that I really wanted to share, and I'm going to do this in another video, is I put this on Instagram when I got 59 Girl plates. I actually did a video of this, why I used 59 Girl as my number plate. So you can go back and watch that if you're interested in why I chose these plates in Queensland, Australia. But the other little story is when I bought Sunshine Chevy, she still had her Montana number plates on in the interior. Actually, when everything was pulled out, we found these, and I would love to know more about the story on these. So I'll actually do another video in the future where I talk about the history of where she came from, which I don't know a lot about. So I'm going to ask you guys if anyone knows about this, but let's do it in a future video. But I can show you, I've still got her plates from Montana to Queensland, Australia. That would actually make a great Instagram reel or a YouTube short. So if you're If you have stories and information about the history of your classic truck and car, or there's features about your truck or car that you want to share, make sure you include those stories, because as well as looking at these classic old vehicles, we want to know some of the story behind them. Who's driving them, where they come from, where do you live, a little bit about the history of your restoration. That is just amazing to listen to. Another thing to look for when you're doing videos and even photos of your classic is make sure that you capture it and all its amazing features and the history, tell the story, but also show everyone where you are. If you're in some amazing location like I am here in the hinterland of Noosa, show the backdrop, show what's around you, where you're parked. I'm under some really lovely gum trees. You can hear the cicadas and birds. There's some little mountains out there. So show the background, and then maybe once you've done that, come back and show your classic parked in this great location. And it's part of the story, and it gives a really good backdrop. These locations are great for photos as well. Especially the gum trees have great bark on them, which to me looks really similar to the patina. So I'm going to use some different angles and take some photos while we're here. But remember, use your background, but make your classic take center stage exactly where it should be, front and center. I'm heading back into the coast now, and I really hope you got gathered some good tips and information about getting the photos and videos of your classic truck or car. Yeah, I really hope that has helped you, and maybe now you'll share a bit more on Instagram or do a YouTube channel yourself. And if you do, or if you already have a YouTube channel or an Instagram, please put it in the comments so I can follow you and see what you're sharing and what you're driving, and getting some good footage of and creating great memories with your classic. It's always good to see what others are driving. So have an amazing day. Thanks for watching, and please remember to subscribe. I'll have some more videos coming out each week, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. So thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Bye.